So this is part 2 of absolute PHP basics, and there are a lot of functions for PHP. For example, echo it means that it echoes something out. For example, if you write something here, I don't know, like text equals this is my text, and save it and then browse it on your web browser, it will not show anything. It will show, if you search the source code, it will not show anything because you didn't tell the PHP to show something, but the code is in there in PHP. For example, if I use number equals 1 text, text equals 2, and save it, and it will not show completely anything to the viewer of the web page. So but you can use this. So, for example, you can make some calculations, you can make some forms, some connection to databases without the echo function. For example, if I use this is my text, and then I echo without, I don't know, just copy this value now is equal to this value with double quotes. But if you post it in text somewhere, it will not show. It will show only this value. So somehow the PHP cuts out these tags from here. So I will just put it on front and then just break. So it means new line, and just refresh it, and this is my text. I can do the same with number 1. You can add it in front, and equals, it's not equals, and then break, and I just save it, and number 1, number 2. So in the PHP, number 1 and number 2 is number 1, number 2, and text. Alright, so this is the absolute beginning of the PHP code. So there are also many other things about PHP codes. For example, if you use these kind of quotes and you want to text equals something, sometimes if you put it in here, it will not echo out anything, because I don't know, sometimes when I program these quotes do not echo out this value. It will show only I don't know. Let's save it and let's see. It will show only the current, as if exactly was right here. So if I use double quotes, it will now echo. So you have to remember to use double quotes always. I suggest you learn it my way, and then later on you will create your own way of programming. So another case, always it is impossible to use the order, because the PHP comes down from the server starts reading code from here down down down. So if he knows now that text is equal this, then it is equal this, and then you have to echo something out, and you echo, oh, it is this. So I already know, the server knows this because he already read this code, and he goes down. So if you change places, it will not show anything, because there is an undefined variable. So you need to know, you have to always remember the order of the codes to start doing something. And not only order, but also spelling. You always have to remember that the codes do not end with such a, I don't know, what is it called. It always ends with this. If you leave it in this position, even if you write some, I don't know, some dot, or it will not show any code. The code will just die because the server will think there's an error in the code, and it will not show anything out. Okay, this is the last line, so if I add another line, for example, it will not show anything because there's a syntax error. So you have to make also these quotes here, and it will show anything else. And also, remember remember that this is PHP code. It will start echoing out from here, and the next echo will be beginning out from here. So there is no space between them. So you have to remember that if you want space, you have to add space. It will have space. If you want a new line, you have to write a new line. Okay, thank you for the second part, and follow the next tutorial to learn something more about programming. See you soon. Bye.